How big goals are built in small steps. Welcome back to the Next Level Talk podcast, guys. Everyone talks about big goals. That's how you build a startup, get in shape, make money online, change your life. But what nobody tells you is that big goals are actually built from very small, sometimes boring steps. And most of the time, those steps feel too small or so small that we can't even see them as well, but they are happening. And they are there that you start wondering if do they even matter, or they even matter? I mean, today I want to talk about something I've been experiencing personally as well while building my macro size, because before I started, to be honest, I thought success was about one big moment, one big launch, one viral post, and also one big breakthrough. But what I've realized is that success is actually built through hundreds of tiny actions that almost nobody sees at all. And I can't even see it myself sometimes, but it's there. It's there. The myth of big breakthroughs. Let me tell you something. One thing social media does really well is show the highlight reel. You see someone saying, I built a SaaS and now I'm making $10,000 per month. But what you don't see is the nights they spent debugging, the moments they wanted to quit, the post that got only 3 views, the errors that took hours to fix. We are trained to think success happens overnight, which actually is not the case, and that's actually wrong. But the truth is, it's almost always slow, and honestly, sometimes painfully slow. When I started my micro SaaS journey, I imagined things moving very fast, especially since I'm working full time and I'm also doing this thing on the side. Some days progress looks like this, guys: fixing one bug, writing one feature, posting one update, learning one thing. And at first, those steps feel too small, but they are actually everything to me, because those small wins. Yes, and my micro SaaS journey so far, guys, this is something I've really noticed and I've even taken note of, is that while building my micro SaaS, when you start, everything feels overwhelming. You think about the final product, thousands of users, marketing, revenue, scaling, and it can make you freeze a bit and start overthinking a lot. But what I've realized is that you don't actually build the whole thing at once. You build it step by step. For example, in my journey, first it's just the idea. Then it was learning how to structure the product. Then it became building the logging system. Then it's integrating APIs, then fixing errors, then testing the dashboard. You see, then I had to figure out payments, on how am I going to actually price this thing. And sometimes a whole day goes into fixing just one issue, one bug, one error message, one thing not working. At first, it feels frustrating, but when you zoom out, I don't wanna lie, those tiny fixes are literally building the product piece by piece. Every small step becomes part of the final thing. And I don't wanna lie, I love it. I love it. I love something that actually makes me pause and think. And I want you to understand that the compound effect of small steps, there's something powerful that happens. When you take small steps consistently, they compound. One step today feels small, but 100 steps later, you suddenly have something real happening, guys. Think about this. If you improve something by just 1% every day, don't overthink, don't overfrustrate yourself. After a year, the difference is massive. This applies to fitness, learning, business, content creation, building products. The key is consistency. That's the key. I mean, that's the key, man. Not intensity. You don't need to build everything today. You just need to move forward today, slowly. you know, and that's something I'm learning while building my SaaS. Some days I only make small progress, but small progress is still progress. And I want to tell you something, guys, why most people quit. The biggest reason people fail at big goals is not lack of talent. No, it's impatience. People start something with big energy, but after a few weeks, they realize the progress is slow. And that's when most people actually, hey, they stop. Because slow progress feels like failure, but it's not. It's not at all. Slow progress is actually the normal path. Building something meaningful takes time. Whether it's building a business, building a body, building skills, building an audience, none of these happen fast or guarantee success overnight. It actually takes time, and it needs you to invest all of your time in it. But people who will succeed are those who keep going when progress fails invisibly. So that's the one thing that you need to know, is that what I've learned building in public, because I'm just documenting my SaaS product. One thing I've been doing is documenting my journey publicly to you guys. And something interesting happens when you share the process. People see progress, not just the final product. They actually get to see the mistakes, the learning, and the small wins. And those small wins actually matter a lot. For example, the first time something works, the first time a feature runs correctly, the first time someone uses your product, those moments feel small, but they actually are huge because they prove that progress is happening. It's there. It's there. So let me say this. I'm going to be reframing big goals. One mindset shift that helps a lot is this. Don't focus on the big goal. Focus on the next step. Instead of thinking, I need to build a successful SaaS, think like this. Today, I just need to finish this feature. Today, I just need to finish this feature. Just think like that. Or, today, I just need to fix this bug. Or, today, I just need to publish one piece of content. When you focus on the next step, the journey becomes manageable. And over time, those steps build something bigger than you have imagined. And I want you to have this out of this episode entirely, guys. I want you to take this with you. If there's one thing I want people to take from this episode, it's this. Big goals are not achieved in big moments. They are achieved through small daily actions. Most of those actions feel like insignificant at the time. But when you keep stacking them day after day, week after week, month after month, they create something powerful. And that's something I am experiencing right now while building my macro SaaS. It's not about the big breakthrough. It's hundreds of small steps. So if you are working towards something big, don't worry about the whole mountain. Don't worry about the whole mountain. Just focus on the next step, because that's how big goals are actually built. So without any wasting your guys' time, and today's a short episode because I wanted to share this and also share about my SaaS journey. I'm documenting it on LinkedIn and also on my social media platforms as well, which is, if you follow me, which is the Next Level Talk TikTok page as well. I'm also documenting it there. So those are the things that actually I just wanted to share with you guys and unpack with you guys today, because I needed you guys to understand that building something, you don't have to rush yourself in order to produce it now. Take it easy. Day after day, everything is just compounding and you're progressing, you're just documenting your journey. So make it nice, make it interesting. Make people see that there's no such thing as being a perfect person. Like, I love also doing videos whereby I get to talk to people and people actually hear how I think, especially when I'm facing errors. Those are the other things that you're going to see, the other side of me. But you have to understand there's no such thing as being a perfect coder or a perfect person. You're going to face errors. You're going to have to debug. You have to sit down and actually reanalyze your idea. Maybe if that idea is not working, I would have to sit down and actually start over and research again. Because remember, I'm not only depending on my own assumptions. I'm actually spotting a problem and coming up with an idea and saying, hey people, is this what you want? Are you interested in this? And if yes, then in that MVP that I've executed and published, people are going to enter their emails there and they're going to be on a wait list. And that's what's going to help me to understand that should I continue building this thing? Should I continue coding this thing, so that I can ship it as well? So don't overcomplicate your idea. Don't, because what I've seen at first, before I started and wanted to build my macro SaaS, is that I had to first evaluate and do a self-reflection and look within myself that I am actually full-time in working as a software developer. So I need something that's catchy, something that's easy to work with, something that will not demand much of my time, that's going to be easy for me to build, and Obviously, there's no such thing as easy to build, but that's easy for me to manage, and for me to actually build and execute in a short space of time, but actually solves a real problem. So that's it. It's better to try than not to try at all. So do it and build it. So if you're out there and you're asking me, hey, what is a SaaS? Guys, SaaS simply means it's a software as a service. So you actually are spotting a problem and you're building something to solve that problem. It can be anything. It can be anything out there as long as you can code. Because I'm using the skills that I have, which is coding, right? So yes, guys, for the people that have been asking, because I've saw on my social media, people have been asking me, what is a SaaS? And I was like, some people don't know what a SaaS is. Then I had to, you know what, no, listen, just because you're a junior software developer or a software developer, doesn't mean that the whole world is a software developer. So humble yourself. Humble yourself and actually explain it to the people, because that's how much frustration gets in our head, and we tend to overthink that when we read something just so simple as people asking what is a SaaS, you get to be like, hey, doesn't this person doesn't know, isn't this person a developer? But you have to understand that as you're creating content and I'm building this thing online, documenting it, different type of people are actually watching, people that are not software developers as well. So yes, I'm just under that process as well, documenting my journey. And if there's something that I'm going to be noting, because since I'm tracking everything on ClickUp, it's just to make sure to guide me that when I come back and deliver you guys a new episode, it's something that I have worked with and something that I'm actually have experienced, and I'm able to share with you guys that, you know what, yes, I've encountered this is what I'm using and all of this stuff, and I'm here to tell you. But on the next episode, definitely, hopefully, I just hope that I'll come back with positivity. But even if it's struggles, we are here for that, and we're here to share that. So guys, without further ado, this is the Next Level Talk podcast. Cheers. I hope you guys are good and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.